Hello, thank you for listening. This is my podcast on Anchor. December 2019. My name is Jody Silva. I go to Grantham University, and my podcast is entitled Ancient Ideas Continue to Restrict the Rights of Women. And it's in particular about abortion. It seems like when I do my research, I can find lots and lots of information from the past where people are not sure if the soul enters the body upon conception or if um, it happens at a certain time um, after the baby starts moving, after there's brain activity. Um, and this has caused a big crisis with whether or not abortion should be allowed or not. And it's caused people to decide what to want to make other people do what they think they should do. And to me, in a society that was completely free, we would be allowed to do what we want to do. But in a paternalistic society, then people want to tell each other what to do. The problem is who is going to tell who what's right and who knows exactly what's right. And when you have a group of people that are arguing their ideas are right and not listening to each other and willing to even kill each other over it, it becomes a big problem. So, with abortion, the ethical model that relates to this is autonomy, because the woman should have a right to decide what happens to her body. Beneficence, as far as the healthcare workers, family members, for kindness and mercy. Privacy on the right of the individual woman and her family if they're involved. Veracity is truth telling of the medical staff. And utilitarianism is where it's for the good of everyone or the good of as many people as possible. My podcast believes that doing the best for women is doing the best for everybody. Women are mothers. Women are the ones that give life to everything. And if women decide that they want to do something different than have a baby at the moment, whatever for whatever reason that is, then that should be up to them to decide that. So in Wisconsin, the Nurse Practice Act talks about this, and it says the nurses have a right to not be involved in a procedure that they do not believe in. But if that means abandoning the client or the patient, they are not allowed to do that. So it depends on what's going on. If, for example, a nurse doesn't believe in abortion, then they shouldn't work in an abortion clinic. If they're working in a hospital and somebody had an abortion and they have problems with it and they come in, the nurse needs to take care of them. My personal ethics on abortion, well, it's a difficult situation if I think about some of the pictures when you look on websites and see different information all over the place about abortion. There's a lot of misinformation and a lot of pictures that are really horrible. But when I look up, and also the past, some of the things that have been done to try to um, get the abortion started, and the results as far as women dying have been really awful. Um, I think that the fetus is dependent on the mother, and the mother has a right to decide what should happen to her body, um, no matter what. That's not my choice. Um, what happens after the baby is born is a different situation. While the baby is dependent on the mother, no matter what I've thought of, no matter what pictures I have in my head, my ultimate feeling is it has to be that that woman has the right to decide what happens. And that's my feelings about that. And I think I might have covered everything. I found a lot of information that I will have links to in my references. Uh, there's a lot of strange information out there in history where even recently in the United States where people believe that women at the or people working in the abortion clinics are witches and devil worshippers. Um, stuff that I found where some religions feel like you're ruining the whole universe because of destiny and stopping the baby from being born, and other religions where they feel like it's the right of the woman, and other ideas where it's certainly within rights of the person to decide what happens. And then now there's a medical abortion that can be done by taking a few pills that's relatively safe. It needs to be adjusted depending on the time of gestation, but it doesn't involve, the woman can even do it in her own home. So it can be done in areas where there's high poverty because it doesn't need it doesn't need refrigeration. It has a long shelf life. It's worldwide availability. That's that's super. That's great. It's private. It's um, the best thing I've heard about abortion. Okay, so with that, I will end it. Thanks for listening.